This week, there's going to be a huge fallout in the box office. God damn it.
I wasn't ready.
Work, home, family.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another week of CineWeek. This is the final week of July 27th, and we got some fun movies in theaters. First off, as I alluded to in the little stupid segment that I did, you're welcome, everyone. Puns are fun. After that, we've got Teen Titans Go to the movies. Tons of voice actors in this one. Sorry, that's how they wrote it. Tons of voice actors are in this one. The first four, obviously, being Tara Strong. Gotta love her. She's in everything that's great in terms of, fun little animations these days. And then, of course, we've got Will Arnett, Kristen Bell, which haven't seen her in something for a while, so that'll be nice to at least hear her voice in that if I were to see it. And Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
Odd? That
think
one was
he's-
the odd one.
He's Superman, I'm pretty sure.
Weird.
Yeah.
The last movie that's out in wide release this week is Puzzle. The synopsis for Puzzle reads, Agnes, taken for granted as a suburban mother, discovers a passion for solving jigsaw puzzles, which unexpectedly draws her into a new world where her life unfolds in ways she could have never imagined. Yeah, if you've seen this trailer, there's a lot of puzzles. There's a lot like a puzzle championship, and I guess in knowing that she can do these puzzles, which some of them are like complicated ones. Like I guess there's like 10,000 piece or million piece puzzles that they do together, and she does it with this one really. I think he's a mathematician. I could be totally wrong about that, but I guess she's in this kind of relationship. And she's being treated as kind of like just as a wife, and she's not allowed to explore her passions and her drives. And in so doing, maybe she wakes up something within her that wasn't there before, which is kind of exciting. Also, It's got the dude from The Office that was Pam's ex fiance. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the boyfriend from Beginning. That's her husband. So definitely going to be playing up that role of kind of like an idiot guy, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I'm curious in the movie, but I doubt I'm going to be seeing it in theaters, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So the next segment, we've got uncertain or limited releases. This is everything that we could find that's not for sure this week in movies, but supposed to be out there somewhere. So we've got Hot Summer Nights. This is a coming-of-age movie. It's A24, I do believe. And it's starring Timothy Chalamet, and that's gonna be a thing.
It's about this kid who I think he's a senior in high school, and he discovers a way of making money for college by doing drugs and selling them.
Hey,
So he starts getting in the drug selling business, and things start to go a little bad for him. So yeah, he's a challenge of either staying with it or getting caught and not going to college and stuff. So
after that, we've got Detective D, The Four Heavenly Kings. This is a bit of an odd one. There's a confusing debate going online when I was checking this out, and I went to a couple of different sites to confirm. It is supposed to be coming out the 27th, but it has a wider limited release on the 1st. And that's a Wednesday, so that's a really odd movie release time because most of the movie releases in America come out on Thursday nights, right?
/ Friday. Yeah.
And then it has the official release on Friday.
Yeah.
So it's a bit odd that movie is on Wednesday, but it is a foreign film coming to America, so I'm sure either of those release dates could be accurate. Either way, you're probably not going to see it in theaters and probably catch it on maybe Amazon when it gets to there eventually. So the next movie this week is Scott and the Secret History of Hollywood. Documentary delves into kind of a secret life of Scotty Bowers, and he was a sexual procurer for Hollywood industry folks back in the day. It's gonna be an odd one, I'm
I
sure.
literally had to look up what that meant. I didn't know what that meant.
What does that mean?
Interesting.
Officially.
He knew.
Yeah.
Weird.
So, well, it's
It
just
sounds
like
like a pimp.
a guess.
That's essentially what. Well, kind of. He finds escorts for people.
Yeah. So it's like he's
so
like
that the famous person isn't like the search history isn't attached to that escort.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
wow.
So yeah. So
Except
it's
for
like
this was back in the day, so.
yeah. So it could be a powerful documentary, especially now with Hollywood kind of getting crap for.
I wonder if they're gonna delve into that at all.
They could. So
Fuck
yeah,
you, Weinstein.
Yeah.
The next movie after that is Sacred Hearts. It's an adaptation of Max Fletcher's novel by the same name. It's a story about his own life living with bone tuberculosis.
I didn't know how to spell it.
Right, no worries. While he falls in love with another patient at the facility he's been admitted to. That sounds like a powerful movie right there.
Yeah, it sounds like a really, really nice story.
Yeah.
So.
This is the thing that gets me really annoyed with some of these limited releases. The reason why I still shout them out on this movie show is because I want some of these movies to succeed, but you can't make them succeed when they get limited releases.
Yeah.
So
also,
it's a catch-22.
This is a foreign film too.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's been
another
out
reason.
for like a
It's been
long
out for,
time.
So if you're
2 years.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
internationally.
Okay, so if you have the opportunity and you have some place that has, for Denver, a C Film Center kind of thing, go out, go celebrate these foreign films because they need your help so that we can get some new culture, some new ideas into America because that's what America is supposed to all be about. The next movie is The Row. A serial killer kills sorority girls. Okay, moving on. Extinction is the final film out this week. It's a Netflix release, which is exciting, and I'd seen a few of these trailers because Michael Pena is all over that. And it's a man who has dreams like of an impending invasion, and then they actually become reality. These aliens invade. Of course, as I said, stars Michael Pena. It's got Mike Coulter, which is kind of interesting. He's Luke Cage, and if you're a video game fan, he was Spartan Locke. Lizzie Captain, Mean Girls, Cloverfield, and Now You See Me Too. So it's that's an interesting movie right there for a Netflix release. It's got some decent talent on that, and
Definitely.
I'm excited for a movie starring Michael Pena. So I'm kind of hoping that this is a good Netflix movie.
Yeah.
I'm really hopeful that it is because I adore Michael Pena.
He's great.
Every single role I've seen him in.
He's also in the new season of Narcos too.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I have to get updated with that show.
With
because I have
Diego
to.
Luna.
No kidding.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, see, I really need to get updated with that show because Narcos is one of those like headier, heavier topic shows, kind of like a Sons of Anarchy, where I watch like half a season and then I'm like, ugh. I need to go watch,
Ooh la la.
Queer Eye,
Parks and Rec.
or Parks and Rec, something to uplift me, after that.
Yeah.
So, and then, I forget to come back to it. So, I'll try and do that. Anyway, all that aside, a lot of stuff out this week, some interesting movies. What are your guys' most exciting picks, I think, for the week? Like, what would you want to see out of this? Still like a not week for you, Casey?
Honestly, just Mission Impossible.
Oh, man.
Like, let's be honest here.
We're seeing that early on Monday, and let me tell you guys, I'm gonna be doing a review for that. That's happening. Yes, and I'm excited for it. Thank you once again, Scott, and Allied Media. Yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
But yeah, other than that though, I think there's a couple of interesting movies here. I mean, Teen Titans Go, when we get to box office predictions, I'm sure we're gonna have a conversation on that. I like the idea of Puzzle. I just don't know if that's a movie that I'd want to see in theaters.
Yeah.
There's not really anything. I might watch Extinction just because if it's on Netflix, it's just
That's
there.
so easy, yeah.
Yeah. If I'm not seeing Sorry to Bother You again, which if you haven't seen it, go see it.
Ooh.
If I don't go see that again, I might use my A-list for AMC on Puzzles just to...
You're gonna have so much fun with that A-list movie.
I am.
Give me some reviews, man. I'll edit those for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna start working on one for Sorry to Bother You because I want people to see it. The more that I think about it, I'm like, it's actually a pretty creative film.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you guys for watching another week of CineWeek here at Worthy Watchers. Comment below and let us know what you're excited for this week. And as always, if you can share with your friends and get them in on the conversation too, we love that. We love talking movies with you guys. And every time one of you comes out with one of a weird pick of a movie that you're really interested into, it changes the way that I see a lot of the people that watch movies. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Before we go on, I do want to take a quick mention here on this video to just shout out John Schnepp from Collider. He is an amazing human being, and when I was just beginning to kind of want to get into this type of hobby and passion, he was one of the people that I would listen to along with John Campea back from Movie Talk days. And I just really want to say it real quick here that his passing this past week is a tragic loss for all of us in this type of, fandom. And, his love of comics, really got me to try and take notice of comics. Yeah. And without him, I probably wouldn't have read half of the stuff that I've read now. And I'm incredibly, sorry for his loss. And I just want to say, a lot of love goes to his family, his fiance Holly. It's just tragic that she's gonna have this gaping hole in her life because obviously John Schnepp, big heart, big guy, and he's gonna be missed.